for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you an updated 2019 Amazon favorites. As you guys know, I recently moved and it was super convenient to have Amazon Prime and get some of the larger items delivered and not have to carry them up the stairs. So that was amazing and I've absolutely been loving some of these things. So I definitely wanted to share those with you guys. I will have everything linked down below in case you guys are interested, but let's jump right into it. So first and foremost, I'm going to talk about something that you guys are seeing right now, and that is this plant. It actually is a Faux Birdsofparadise. I had the real version of this plant in my last apartment, and if you guys have been following me for a while, basically that apartment didn't have any cross ventilation, so unfortunately after about 6 months the plant did kind of catch a disease and it just didn't live, which was really unfortunate. And since the place that I moved is pet friendly, I am thinking about getting a dog, so I couldn't go ahead and get another new Birds of Paradise plant because they are poisonous to animals, which is something to think about if you are gonna have plants around your home. So at first I was just gonna have no plants at all, nothing real, nothing fake. And then I stumbled upon this and it was in someone's Instagram photo and I thought it was a real plant. But then when they said in their story that it wasn't, I was like, how is that not real? And now that I have it in my place, this is probably the most realistic looking plant I've ever found anywhere, like top-notch quality. So they also have like about 200 other different types of faux plants. Definitely gonna probably pick up like a fig tree or something else to go in my space. I already bought another one of these just because it looked so good. I'm gonna either gift it to someone or just so I have it because I was that impressed with it. So highly would recommend that if you're looking for a faux plant, because again, like I said, it looks realistic. Just put it in a pot and no one will tell the difference. The next thing that I picked up is this lamp here, and another thing that I saw on someone's Instagram, and it was really interesting because this person had posted this lamp multiple times, but they never tagged where it was. They never responded to anyone asking where the lamp was from. So I was like very confused. And one thing that I know as like being an influencer, there's two reasons I've seen people not tell you where they got stuff from. Number one, they spend a ridiculous amount of money on it and they just don't want you to know. Or two, they've already answered the question and it kind of gets repetitive and annoying. So like I said, I did my research, I was digging, I was like, where is this lamp from? Why is this girl not posting it? And I finally found that this lamp actually cost like over $2,000. So I was like, yeah, definitely not getting that lamp. But when you look up the one on Amazon, this pops up under it. The one that I got, obviously, that is nowhere near 2,000. It's around $100, which I think was amazing. Really impressed with the quality of it. I just think it looks super expensive, obviously, because it's kind of to replicate the one that is $2,000. But to me, this one looks just as expensive as well. Absolutely loving it. Just needed a little lamp to add some light to my space because I actually don't have recessed lighting here, and I wanted something that still fit in as like decor and looked good. So I went with that lamp. Highly impressed. Definitely check it out if you're interested in a lamp. Moving on, I just got this rug, and I know this is your standard jute rug. However, this was exactly the size that fit my entryway. It was a lot cheaper than the competitors or just stores that I had been looking locally in my area. And another thing about it was I was always looking for a jute rug that wasn't your typical jute color, and I didn't want something like stark bleached white. So this is in the middle. It's kind of like a creamy beige. It's not too light, it's not too dark. To me, it fits perfectly. It matches really well with my floors. It's gonna be great in the entryway, and again, it didn't break the bank. Moving on, I picked up some home-related books. I find that Amazon has the best pricing on any books always, so I've definitely been going on there because there's a lot of tabletop books I've wanted for a really long time, but they can be really expensive and I just don't want to pay like $50 to $100 for some tabletop books, or even books that you might want to read and enjoy. They can get pretty pricey, so I'm a huge fan of the whole Kinfolk collection. This is the home book. I've wanted this forever, but again, pretty expensive book for like what it is, just like a tabletop book. Again, on Amazon, this was such a good price. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but I want to say that it was under $30, which is a really good price for these Kinfolk books. And then the next book is the book that I originally purchased on Amazon, so I'm gonna say a little bit of something about it. So this is The Homebody by Joanna Gaines, and if you purchase this on Amazon, it is cheaper than it is on Target by about $5. So on Amazon, it's $5 cheaper. However, I did learn shortly after that this particular book is exclusive to Target in the sense that when you open it up, the front is like a beige linen, and the one on Amazon is a very, very dark gray. So I actually purchased this to be a tabletop book and because of the linen color. So when I got it from Amazon, I wasn't okay with the color. But if you're totally okay and gonna keep this cover on it, definitely get it from Amazon because it's cheaper. But I did want to mention that only the Target book has that linen color. If you get it from Amazon, it is gonna be dark gray. But the inside of the book is exactly the same. So if you're not being super picky like me and you don't care about the color, highly would recommend getting this off Amazon. It comes quick and you'll save yourself about $5. The next thing I have mentioned before on my channel, this is just my Vitruvi oil diffuser. This hands down has been like my favorite oil diffuser ever. It definitely is worth it when you spend a little bit more money on an oil diffuser, which is something that I didn't realize before. I was always going for like the cheaper ones on Amazon, and there is a huge difference, and there's a few features that the cheaper ones don't always have. So I definitely would recommend going with the Vitruvi one. It's really good quality. You can take this piece off and actually wash it. So even though it's white, if it gets dirty or you just want to clean it, you can easily clean the stoneware, and it is really good quality stone, so you're not going to have to deal with stains and stuff like that, as opposed to getting the cheaper ones. So highly would recommend this. It has like a really cool mood light at the bottom that you could turn on, or you can run the oil diffuser without that light on. Totally personal preference, which is another feature that I like. So highly would recommend checking these out. They do sell these directly on Amazon. However, I do have a 20% off code if you guys want to use it. That will be in the description box down below. If you go directly through Vitruvi, you can use it. I don't think you can use that code on Amazon, but highly would recommend picking one of these up. Also, they have an amazing line of the essential oils that go with this, and the packaging is like top notch. It looks so good. The next two things that I'm gonna share with you guys, I didn't think were essential or things that I ever would find myself buying off of Amazon, but I got suckered into buying them, and I think that I don't know what I was doing without having these two things in my life. So the first one is a bath pillow, which I know sounds like super random. This is just like a pillow that you put in your bath, but this has like changed my bath experience completely because where I moved has like a really nice bath, but the placement of like where my neck would be is like where the groove of the backsplash and then the tub sticks out. So it really hurts my neck if I'm taking a bath. But adding this on, you can kind of adjust the top and adjust the bottom to whatever wall it's on if your wall isn't straight. It has all the suction cups on the back, and it stays really, really secure onto the wall and tub. Even underwater, this stays super secure. So highly would recommend picking this up, and you can even keep this in the bath because if you have a white bathtub like mine, it's very flush and it kind of just like matches. And then the next thing that I picked up is another thing that I never thought I would find myself buying, but it's one of these bath caddies. I always see people posting about them, but when I check the prices, a lot of them are around like $50, which I just thought was kind of expensive. I was like, am I really gonna use it that much for $50? But when searching on Amazon, they had this one and it was nowhere near $50. So I decided to pick this one up. It's adjustable, it slides out so it can work with any bathtub. Has a little flip up here for your book or your iPad, and I like the fact that it has this little piece of cloth here because a lot of them don't have this, so your book could eventually just like slip through if you have a smaller book. And then if you're interested, it has like the little place to put a wine glass here. It actually has a slot here to put your phone. So this to me was really good quality, especially for the price. It's very sturdy, and again, those two things are things that I never thought I like actually needed, but they definitely change your bath experience. The next thing that I wanted to mention just kind of here on my channel is that you can actually get IKEA items off of Amazon Prime. So a lot of people watch my videos and they see that I've purchased something, and I know a lot of you guys don't have IKEAs locally, or you don't have a means of getting those items home. So they do have IKEA items on Amazon Prime sometimes. They don't have everything. I will say sometimes it is on the pricier side. You can almost end up paying double for the item, but if it's something you really want, or if it was something that was discontinued, they often have a lot of items that have been discontinued on there. So it's just an option for you guys. I kind of wanted to mention that because I know a lot of people saw me mentioning IKEA items and they're like, I don't have an IKEA. If it's within your budget or it's something that you really, really want and and you know you don't have access to it, you can definitely check on there. I've been browsing for a few things that I know I want from IKEA that were recently discontinued. They actually have them on there, so if you're willing to pay a few extra bucks, you can get those. The last thing is really random, but I picked this up, and this is a tub shroom. I usually go with just like the other cheaper kind of bathtub hair catchers that they have. However, at my last place, I ended up stopping up the tub so many times just from like hair getting into the drain, and I find that those other cheaper like options haven't really worked the best for me. I've tried everything. So this one was definitely on the pricey side, but it had amazing reviews, and it says that it's like a #1 best seller. So I decided to try out this little tub shroom thing. It comes in different colors, and honestly, if this works, it's worth it, because I think this was like 10 bucks, which is kind of expensive, but calling a plumber out is definitely way more expensive. So trying this out, I think it will maybe be one of my favorites, but I just wanted to include this in case you guys have the same issue that I do. So that is everything I wanted to share with you guys for my Amazon favorites for 2019. If you guys have any favorites or things you think I need to pick up from Amazon, leave them in the comments down below. And if you guys would like to see a part 2 of this video, because I'm constantly shopping and finding new favorites on Amazon, also let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and turn those post notifications on if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!